Hi everyone, welcome back to TechLight, your one-stop channel to master technical skills with real-time practice. In today's video, we are taking our first major step in SQL. You will create your own database and table using Oracle SQL Command Line, just like professionals do in the industry. I will explain everything with simple examples, from what your database is to creating tables, understanding data types, and verifying your work step by step. So if you have installed Oracle and opened SQL command line, follow along. Let's start building your SQL skills practically. Start. What is a database? A database is a container to store organized data, often in the form of tables. Example, imagine a college database. One table stores student details. Another table stores teacher details. Another table for courses, branches. Everything lives inside the same database, like college DB. Let's see creating a database in Oracle SQL command line. First, we have to connect. We have to enter our password. Okay, SQL is connected. Now I'm going to create a database in Oracle SQL command line. Create user. TechLight. I'm going to name my database as TechLight. Identified by password. The user is created. Now I'm going to grant permissions. You will get to know all these keywords. Don't worry now. You will get to know all these things later on. We are moving forward with the course. I'm so sorry. There is a typo error. It's my bad. Let's type again. Grant, connect. Here I have to give comma. But in the place of comma, I give yum resource to TechLight. Means TechLight is the name of the database I have created just now. Semicolon is important at the end. Now grant succeeded. Now I have to connect the database. Connect TechLight. I have to enter the password. Password is same. Oh sorry, password. There is a typo error. Now I entered the correct password. Here our password is password only because I gave here user identified by password. In the place of this password, you have to give your own password like system admin. Okay, we have successfully created our first database TechLight and it is connected. Now see what is a SQL data types. What are the SQL data types? Let us see. Now you can see these are the data types in an SQL. Is first one is number. Number is used for student ID, whole numbers, IDs, age, and varchar. In SQL, we use varchar too. We can text up to n characters like names, and char is an fixed length text. Varchar is an dynamic length. It will take the space depend upon the length of the string, whereas char is an fixed length text. Dates, there is an a date data type, means we can format our date like this, and the float is for decimal numbers. Let us see some of the examples using the data types in SQL. For the name we are using varchar of 50, means to 50 the length it will take the text, and for age we are using number, and for date of birth we are using date. Let us create a table with the columns and data types. Now you get more idea while practicing on hands on. Okay, let's just create a table. Create, guys, here you can use uppercase or lowercase, it will support both. Let's see the lowercase. Create table student. Student ID. Student ID is a number. Let's see the lowercase if it works or not. It will work. And here comes the constraints. In SQL, constraints are very important. There are some constraints like a primary key. Keys and constraints are very important in SQL. There are constraints like a primary key, check, null, not null, default, foreign key. Primary key is used to identify the uniquely identifies each record in a table, and it cannot allow null and it must be unique because an ID must be unique for the student, and it does not allow duplicates. To maintain the data integrity, let's make student ID primary key because an ID should be unique. It does not contain duplicate values. Primary key. No. Let's take name of the student. For name, I have said you have to use varchar. Okay, let's use lowercase varchar 2 of, let's take of size length 45. 45 is enough. And let's take one more column. Course. Course is also an varchar. It's an also a string data type. Varchar 2 of let's take length 50. I think this enough. Okay, our table is successfully created. Now let us know about what is a primary key. A primary key uniquely identifies each record in a table, and it must be unique. For example, in the above specified table, I used prime student ID as the primary key because it prevents duplicates and maintains data integrity. Okay, let's retrieve the data from the student table. We have to use select command. To retrieve all the records from the table, we have to use star. Select star. Have not inserted any data in the table, so it is giving no rows selected. Let us see the description of the table. Let us see the table structure. This will print the table structure. Okay, now you can see. Here I use it for a student ID, I use it primary key. That's why it's showing not null because primary key does not allow the null values. It doesn't, it prevents duplicate values in an column, and it uniquely identifies each record. Okay. There are common beginner errors to avoid is forgetting to connect as the correct user. You have to connect to the database first. You have to connect the system and enter your password, and will show connected message. Then you have to create and operate, create, update, and delete, retrieve tables. Skipping primary key definition. Using reserved SQL keywords as column names. For column names, you do not use reserved keywords like primary key, foreign, create, table. You can't use reserved words as column names. Column names means student ID, name, course. Always use meaningful, clear table and column names. It will help during real world projects. Like if you are creating a student table, use the related names that are suitable for student, means student ID, student name, student course, STU course. It will help during the real projects. It will prevent ambiguity. Okay, guys, now you have a task. You have to create a courses table. Here I created student table. You have to create courses table and the course ID. Here course ID and course name. Duration numbers. Here you have to here you have to take duration as number. Means BTech is an 4 year course and the degree become is an 3 year course. Like that you have to enter duration as number data type. If you face any error while creating a table, just comment it down. I will reply and help you. Let's see what you learned today is you learned what a database is, understood Oracle SQL data types. What are SQL data types? Number, varchar, char, data type, float. Varchar and char are both are used for strings, but varchar is an dynamic data type and the char is an fixed length text. And you created your first student table with an primary key, the constraints primary key, and your practice in verifying tables and structures. You did an awesome job. You are now created your first table in Oracle SQL command line just like professionals working in databases. Databases are the foundation for websites, apps, and every data driven system. So, mastering this is your first big step. In the next video, we will learn how to insert real data into your tables, update records, and even delete them, giving you full control over the database. If your students or course table is created successfully, just comment it down. Your table is created, and it will help me know you're following. If you found this video useful, like the video, subscribe to TechLight, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next step in your SQL journey. Keep practicing. I will see you in day 3 of the SQL series.